that you, Bunny?
Yes.
Hello.
Hey, what's the idea?
Some of us can turn keys from the outside.
Who?
Burglars, cracksmen, dangerous characters like that.
You mean like Crawshay?
Ah, you remember him then?
I certainly do.
A dangerous character indeed.
Do you think Crawshay's in London?
I had imagined him languishing in jail.
Not old Crawshay. He's too good a man for that.
You think so?
I should call him the very prince of professional cracksmen.
Should you? Then you had better prepare to repel princes when I'm gone.
Gone where? Do you mind? Will you?
In order of asking, I'll tell you in a minute. No, of course I don't mind. Yes, I will.
All right. Where are you off to, and why are you taking this herd of white elephants with you?
A fine way of referring to family heirlooms with a noble crest on them. Lord Mulgrave would be very upset to hear you talk like that, not to mention Lord Philby and the Dowager Countess of Chard.
Well, I can see the fun in pinching them, but I'm blowed if I could see why you kept them.
Love of beautiful things. And besides, my friends wouldn't dream of handling them unless they were melted down. Thank you.
Well, why not?
Who would be such a Philistine as to melt this?
I would, for one.
And Crawshay would for another. You're all the same, you journeymen of crime. You have no soul.
You think Crawshay's after your silver?
I heard a whisper in the underworld. Not a very loud one, but it needn't be that to reach my ears.
While you're away. Away where?
Scotland.
This time of year?
I go not as a sportsman or as a tourist, but as a student to learn the language.
Gaelic?
No, you ass. But my Galloway Scots might be better, and I mean to spend a week making it so.
Just that?
Some of my accents have come in very useful, even in your time, Bunny. What price my Cockney twang in St. John's Wood? And I can keep up my end in stage Irish, very fair Norfolk, real Devonshire, and 3 distinct Yorkshire dialects. Besides which, the people here need a week in order to get finished.
Why? What's going to happen here?
I'm having these rooms freshened up with a pot full of paint, the electric light, and the telephone you've been at me about for so long.
Good. Then we'll be able to talk to each other day and night.
And get overheard and run in by the police? I think not. But the redecoration is a necessity. I start to fall into shabbiness, and the Albany people don't like it. If they can supervise my smartening up, I shall give them the free run of the place and go away, leaving everything unlocked.
Except this.
Except this.
You're not taking it to Scotland with you.
No, it is not going with me, nor is it remaining here.
Then what are you proposing to do with it?
Bunny, you respectable man, you have a banker and a bank account.
Yes?
I haven't.
Out of choice?
Yes, I would find it terribly embarrassing to explain the rather large sums of hard cash which do sometimes fall into my hands.
Well?
Go to your bank and pay in this bundle of notes. Tell them you had a great week at Liverpool, and at Lincoln.
Right.
And while you're there, ask them if they can look after your silver for you while you run over to Paris for a week or so.
My silver?
Yes, and you better explain to them it's fairly heavy, a lot of old family stuff. In fact, you might leave it with them till you decide to marry and settle down.
And I take that damn great thing down there?
Yes, and they put it into their strong room or whatever they have at your place. I mean, they must have something.
But how do we get it out of here?
You and I, or the porter and I, if you're not feeling too strong, pick it up by the handles.
No, but it's full of stolen stuff.
Yes, it is.
Well, somebody might...
Might what?
Be eager to look inside.
I don't think so, Bunny. Whatever your fears. I did wonder about taking it to your place first, under cover of night, but that would look so damn suspicious. No, it's far better to take it openly, in broad daylight, like the honest citizens we are.
Yes, I suppose so.
Ah, you better have a hansom this minute if you're to get to your bank before it closes.
Oh, I'll be all right.
And prepare the way for that chest to arrive tomorrow.
Yes, right, well, I'll do that.
Bunny. And then come back here at 9:45 in a growler, ready for the chest.
Right. What train are you going on?
The 11:50 from Euston.
Well, I'd like to see you off.
Just as you like.
Right. I'll be with you by 9:45.
Right. Oh, Bunny, don't forget to count the banknotes. Racing men always know exactly how much they've won.
Right, I'll do that. Bye, Raffles. See you tomorrow.
Bye, Bunny.
Good afternoon, sir. Thank you, sir.
Can I pay this into my account, please? £205.
Your account number, sir?
3479.
3479. Thank you, sir.
I had a splendid week at Liverpool.
Oh, yes, sir.
And at Lincoln.
Very nice, too, sir.
Yes, very successful.
So I see, sir.
Oh, by the way, have you got somewhere where you could look after my silver for me while I run over to Paris for a week or so?
Your silver, sir?
Yes.
Do you mean your change, sir?
No, my family silver.
Oh, I do beg your pardon, sir. I thought you might have meant your family silver. Yes, sir.
It's a lot of old stuff. I've a good mind to leave it with you until I decide to marry and settle down.
Oh, yes, sir.
Have you got somewhere?
Well, it's very kind of you to inquire, sir. Actually, I'm saving up for a little place in Barnes.
No, I mean to keep my silver.
Oh, yes, sir. Well, we have the strong room, sir.
Is that safe against burglars?
Against any burglars you care to mention, sir.
Well, if I come here at 10 tomorrow morning, can I put my silver in your strong room?
Certainly, sir. Pleasure, sir.
It'll be a great weight off my mind.
Your silver will be safe with us, sir.
Thank heaven.
But he's gone, sir.
Gone? Where on earth to?
To Scotland, sir.
Already?
By the 11:50 last night.
I thought he meant the 11:50 this morning.
Yes, he knew you did, sir, when you never come. You see, he was expecting you last night, but when you didn't come, he realised that you thought it was 11:50 this morning.
Well, of course I did.
Yes, that's what he said, sir. Oh, he knew there'd been a misunderstanding.
Did he leave any message?
Only about the box, sir.
The chest of... Oh, the chest.
Yeah. If Mr. Raffles said that you was going to take charge of it time he's away.
Yes, that's right.
Well, I've got a friend to lend hand getting it in the cab, sir. It's a rare Evian. But Mr. Raffles and me could lift it all right between us, so I dare say me and me friend can.
Well, I'd be very grateful.
Ah, well, if you'd be grateful, sir, that'd make all the difference.
Cabby! Can you hang on a moment? I've just got to go and fetch some luggage. I say, you were jolly quick.
I was only at the top of the stairs, sir. Oh. Have you got a cab outside?
Yes, yes, I have.
Better load it on top, sir. Be safer up there.
Yes.
Right, I'll get underneath. Keep it straight. Right, over the top. All right. Oh, yeah. Sure you haven't forgotten anything, sir?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
Oh, yes, of course. Thank you.
Where you headed, sir?
City and Suburban Bank, Sloane Street.
City and Suburban Bank, Sloane Street, cabby. Thank you very much, sir. Good morning.
Let me give you a hand.
I carried it in, though.
I didn't deny it.
I get any tip that's going.
Of course. I'm a bank clerk.
Look at what you are. I'll get the tip.
Oh, this fellow appears to expect something for his pains.
Yes, of course. Here you are.
And the cab fare from Piccadilly.
Oh.
That's more like it. And that all?
That is all.
Oh, well, bye-bye, Gov, and next time, hire a van, eh?
Insolent fellow. Never mind, sir. I'll get two of our commissionaires to carry it down to the strong room for you. Henry,
Yes, Mr. Peabody.
carry this chest down to the strong room, would you?
Oh. I had to go to the post office for Mr. Gosling, sir.
Mr. Gosling can wait. Get someone to help you.
Yes. I was thinking of volunteering to do it on my own.
Splendid fellow. He was wounded in the Zulu War.
Oh, good.
All our commissionaires are ex-sergeants in the army. Brave as lions and strong as horses.
Strong room, Mr. Feebody?
Yes, please.
Right, let's grab a hole.
Would you care to see?
Yes, I should.
Steady as good, lads. Easy does it. Don't drop your dodges. Go into the bed, raise the people up. Very well.
There you are, sir. Your box will be safe as houses here. I should say a good deal safer than most houses. Yes, we pride ourselves on the strength of our strong room. We defy any burglars. Even the most brilliant to get the better of us here. We've not lost anything from this vault in all the 75 years of the bank's existence. We shall maintain that proud boast till the last syllable of recorded time. If I may use the words of the Swan of Avon. Carry it in.
Sorry, sir. Against bank regulations.
What?
Paragraph 14, subparagraph 5. Nobody below the rank of senior clerk is allowed inside the strong room.
Oh, nonsense. You can carry it in and come straight out again.
More than my job is worth, sir. And the lads agree with me, don't you?
Yes, that's right.
So all we can do is stand here and watch and give you protection, sir, should anyone wish to attack you. Well, they might.
Go back to your work.
Well, sorry, sir. We have to protect you whether you want it or not.
Would you mind, sir?
Certainly.
Thank you, sir. You're a gentleman.
I bet you was glad to get rid of it, sir.
Yes, all that silver.
Oh, silver, was it? It must have been worth something. It weighed so heavy.
Yes, yes, it was very valuable.
Well, I hope they gave you a receipt for it, sir.
No, they don't give receipts.
Don't give receipts.
No, they explained they don't give them. As far as they're concerned, all they're doing is storing a box.
And they wouldn't take your word for what's in it?
No, not unless they check through it piece by piece.
Well, I think they ought to take your word.
That's their rule, and I didn't really want them to check through it piece by piece.
Oh, I should think not, sir.
Such a waste of time. But it's safe. That's the main thing. Well, I think I'll just run up to Mr. Raffles' rooms, make sure everything's all right.
Yes, sir, they're all up there.
The decorators.
And the electricians, and the telephone men, and the police.
Police?
Oh, yes, sir. They've been here since just after you left. You only just missed them.
Just 1 minute, sir.
I'm a friend of Mr. Raffles. He asked me to look after his rooms while he was away.
Name, sir?
Manders. Bunny Manders.
Right. You can go on in.
I'll just get under the carpet in the corner here.
Who are you, may I ask?
My name's Inspector Mackenzie. Would you be Mr. Manders by any chance?
That's right.
I have heard your name. Perhaps you've heard mine.
No. What are you doing here now?
Searching.
Have you a warrant?
Ah, you're right to ask me, sir. Yes, I have. I thought I would take advantage of Mr. Raffles' absence so as not to disturb him in any way. And since the rooms are being redecorated, it seemed a suitable moment.
What are you looking for? What do you think you'll find?
Oh, they are two very different things, Mr. Manders. If you ask what I hope to find, the answer would be some evidence.
Evidence of what?
Of my theory about Mr. Raffles. He's gone to Scotland, understand?
Yes.
Aye, well, I don't deny the man has his good points.
He is my friend, and the greatest man on earth.
Is that so? As a cricketer, maybe?
No, nothing to do with his cricket. He just is.
It seems to me that your friend...
Yes?
...had, a while back when I was here before, a great collection of elegant ornaments to decorate his walls. There was a good deal of silver here.
Yes. Yes, well, he got rid of all that quite a long time ago.
Did he now?
Yes.
Melted it down and sold it, did he? Well, it's to be expected. In that case, I must look in other directions for my evidence.
Yes, I think you must.
But rest assured, sir, that the long arm of the law will pluck at his collar one of these days, and the long legs of the law will keep pace with him till then.
Is that your message to him?
It is?
I will convey it to him on his return from Scotland.
Oh, well, I hope he returns a better man from contact with the Scots.
Good God, a nation only fit to play golf and football.
But I confess I prefer that to a nation that's fit only for cricket and crime.
Are you accusing?
Oh, no. I'm accusing nobody.
Good.
But when I do, you will be among the first to know. Now, I think it's within the bounds of possibility that he may have overlooked some small article, a piece of silver maybe, which is identifiable as stolen goods, eh?
I'm sorry to disturb you, sir, but there's a letter come for you by the late post. As it's marked urgent, I thought I'd better wake you.
Send here, to the club.
Yes, urgent on the envelope. I expect it's from someone who knew you'd be here, sir.
It's from Mr. Raffles.
Yes, well, he would know, wouldn't he, sir?
Crewe. He must have scribbled it in the train and posted it in the early hours in Crewe.
Where Prince of Professors? He was in the offing when I left. If slightest cause for uneasiness about bank, withdraw at once and keep in own rooms like a good chap. Enjoy yourself. AJR.
Enjoy myself. Hello? Yes, speaking. Oh, hello, Inspector Mackenzie. How are you? Yes, I can. Yes, if you want me to, but I haven't shaved yet. Yes. All right, as soon as I can.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Oh, sir, I thought you might like to know. They're here again.
I know.
The Inspector is expecting you, sir? Yes.
Morning, Mr. Manders.
Morning, the Inspector.
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Manders, I'm sorry to rouse you from your bed, sir.
Oh, it's just that I was rather late last night.
I apologise indeed.
Where are the workmen? Haven't they come?
I've given them half an hour off.
Oh, why?
In order that I might have the more privacy to speak with you, sir.
Speak with me. What about?
A question. Have you any knowledge of Mr. Raffles' whereabouts?
Yes, he's in Scotland.
But whereabouts in
He
Scotland?
didn't give me his address.
Uh-huh.
He left on the 11:50 from Euston the night before last and said something about Galloway.
Oh, if he was going to the Rins of Galloway, he would change trains at Carlisle and maybe also at Dumfries.
He wrote me a note from Crewe and posted it in the middle of the night.
Is that so?
Yes, I still have the envelope with the postmark. Here. You can see for yourself.
Crewe. What was in the note?
Oh, it was just a reminder about things. The train must stop at Crewe for 5 minutes.
It does. The Rins of Galloway. What would he be doing there?
He said he went there to improve his accent.
Oh, he's a sensible man, sir. There is no purer form of English than that spoken by the lowland Scots of Galloway.
Yes, that's what he said.
And if he was on that train, which I admit I don't doubt, then he was not in London last night.
No. Why?
I confess, I wish he had been. No matter. There are other criminals in the world, I suppose.
You wouldn't dare say that to his face.
I dare say not. For the first time in my life, I have unjustly suspected him. Good day to you, Mr. Manders.
Excuse me, sir, where will you be from now on, sir, in case we need to find you?
At the Turkish Baths in Northumberland Avenue to try and find some peace of mind.
Very natural, sir.
And to try and wash away the vile insinuations of your inspector.
Well, he's like that, sir. Insinuations is one of his little games. You'll be surprised at the number of people who confess.
Yes, I would be. Very surprised.
friend of Raffles, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Ah, I saw him bowl a ball that skittled the Australian skipper. That was in the 4th Test at Manchester. A ball that turned fully 9 inches on a wicket that was dry as a bone.
Really?
Nothing in the wicket to help him. Nobody else could get an inch of spin out of it. All done by sheer finger spin. Marvellous. That fellow could get blood out of a stone.
Yes, I think he could.
Lucky for us he hasn't turned to crime, eh? What? Who'd be safe with that skill in his fingers?
Yes.
I say, speaking of crime...
What?
Did you see this in Sloane Street?
In Sloane Street? What happened?
Extraordinary.
Read it.
Bank robbery in the West End. Daring crime in Sloane Street. An audacious burglary has been committed on the premises of the City and Suburban Bank in Sloane Street, SW.
That's my bank.
Is it? Or perhaps you're unlucky.
What did they do?
You got anything in the strong room?
Yes.
Then you probably are unlucky.
Why?
The strong room was broken into last night.
Crawshay.
Who?
What did he take?
It is feared that the raid on chests of plate and other valuables may prove to have been only too successful.
No.
Sorry, sir.
Must have been Crawshay.
That's a sore spot, sir.
Yes.
Who is this Crawshay fella?
A burglar. A famous burglar. I've heard of him.
Says here the police think there were 2 of them.
Yes, he often has an accomplice. I've heard people say. He stole Lady Melrose's necklace when I was at Milchester Abbey last year.
Oh, a professor, eh?
A prince of professors.
I have never heard of such monstrous behavior. Allowing thieves to walk straight into your strong room.
They didn't walk, madam. They spent quite a long time forcing an entrance.
Is it a strong room or is it not? Evidently not. It is a weak room.
I regret, madam, that the room was broken into.
And my jewel case, where is it? Gone.
And that your jewel case was stolen.
You have betrayed my trust.
Yes, madam.
You will hear from my lawyers.
Yes, madam.
And my butler will come here this afternoon to close my account.
Are you?
Is my chest safe?
Your chest was at the bottom of it all.
What do you mean?
Who drove up with it on the roof of a growler? A great Noah's Ark of a thing that any thief could see a mile off and follow to our doors. A chest of silver, full of silver as plain as a pikestaff.
Did the thieves get my silver, or is it safe?
I am sorry to say the thieves did not get your silver.
It's safe.
I regret to inform you that the contents of your chest are safe. The 2 thieves had just got to it when they were interrupted by the night watchman. They felled him to the ground, poor fellow. But obviously they thought enough was as good as a feast, and they made their getaway.
Thank God.
Are you thanking God for the knocking out of the night watchman, or the fact that the thieves escaped?
No, just that my things are safe.
Ah.
They didn't even open the chest.
Life is so unfair. They didn't even open the chest.
Well, my silver shall not embarrass you any longer. I meant to leave it with you if it was all right, but after what you've said, I certainly shall not. In fact, I shall consider sending my butler round to close my account.
Halt! Who goes there?
What's this?
Password, sir.
Password?
Yes, I thought I would institute a password system.
Oh, nonsense, you know me.
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, here's your blooming chest. You can have it and welcome to it.
Yes, I'll have it. Could you get it carried upstairs for me?
Certainly, sir. Henry,
Yes, Mr. Peabody.
get this chest carried upstairs, would you?
Sorry, sir. Orders from the manager. More than my job is worth. I am under no circumstances to leave this here strong room unattended.
I will attend it.
Sorry, sir. You are not a uniformed person. You will not do. Paragraph 15, subparagraph 4.
Thank you. You've no idea of the time and trouble it's taken to get this thing here.
Believe you, sir.
And the money, the tips I've had to hand out.
I believe that too, sir.
It's terrible how greedy for money people are these days.
Would you say the working classes are getting above themselves, sir?
Yes, I would a bit.
Would you attribute it, sir, to their unnatural strivings to imitate their betters?
Well, perhaps. Do you think it'll go in the lift?
We shall have to see, sir, shan't we? Let me give you a hand, sir, without thought of reward.
Now, that's the spirit.
Is it, sir? I think up on end, sir, don't you think? Ah! I am terribly sorry, sir. I can't think what I was thinking of.
Quite all right.
That's the spirit, sir. Now, towards you. You back into the lift.
I can't move.
Can't you, sir? Well, I can't shut these gates, sir. Can you move back just an inch, sir?
No.
Well, just an inch, sir, otherwise it's 4 floors to walk up. That's it. Right. Now you can go. Either way. Can't you reach the rope, sir?
No.
Well, that's a pity. And it is 4 floors to walk up.
May I ask you to help me? I'll make it worth your while.
Oh, will you, sir? That is very kind of you, sir. That makes all the difference.
In the sitting room.
Is that where you want it, sir? Right, sir.
Here.
Oh, thank you, sir. That's very generous. And if ever you need any help, sir, you know how to get it.
Hello. Hello. Oh, hello, Inspector.
Mr. Mandles, I'm speaking from Mr. Raffles' rooms. Aye, the telephone's been installed here. It's just to say, would you be good enough to let me know the moment Mr. Raffles arrives back in London?
Certainly. Yes, I will, the moment I see him. Goodbye.
Well, Bunny, I'm back. I'm here, Bunny.
Raffles.
Bunny! Ow! You've no idea how it cramps a chap. Spending 36 hours cooped up in a box like that. Oh, good heavens. Oh, thanks, Bunny. I had a flask with me, but I decided it should wait until it was time for a celebration.
36 hours?
Oh. Well, most of them at any rate. Thanks, Bunny. Oh. But it was worth it. Come on. Oh. Your bag had in its not very safe keeping the richest pearls, the most dazzling diamonds of the very best people from Brompton Road across to Belgrave Square. Oh, I haven't had time to open all of them yet, but I dare swear there is enough to keep us in ease and affluence for a year or so.
So you were the burglar? Well, I'm just as glad I didn't know.
Oh, you're a brick, Bunny. That is the thing I long to hear you say.
Why is that?
Well, how could you have behaved as you have done if you'd known? Well, how could any loving man, how could you have acted it? Irving himself couldn't have done it, but as your own natural self, Bunny, you were superb.
Well, all the same, you might have trusted me.
But don't you see, your ignorance was bliss for me at any rate.
Well, there's one thing you don't know that I found out.
What's that?
Inspector Mackenzie has been taking advantage of your absence to search your rooms very thoroughly.
Has he now?
You knew.
Well, I knew that he'd been talking to the Albany management, and I knew that he had a warrant for the search. I decided to leave him a clear field, and I'd have been very surprised if he hadn't taken advantage of it.
That's why you got rid of all the silver.
So that Mackenzie should draw a blank, and the Albany management continue to think me pure as the driven snow.
But if you didn't stow the silver in the chest, where was it?
My luggage for Scotland. A suitcase and my cricket bag. There was little else in them.
You mean you took them to Scotland?
I took them as far as the cloakroom at Euston, from which someone will have to collect them.
Oh, I can do that.
Oh, thanks, Bunny. You do understand I didn't go to Scotland?
But you went to Crewe.
Simply to post you a letter. It's no use taking trouble if you don't take trouble enough. And I wanted you to have something to read and to show to people as evidence of where I was going. There was an up train leaving Crewe 4 minutes after mine got in. I had to dash for the pillar box, run like a hare, and leap onto the train.
2 in the morning?
Oh, nearer 3. It was after 7 when I got back to the Albany. The milk had beaten me by a short can, but I was ahead of the Daily Mail.
But I expected to see you off. You deliberately deceived me about the time of your train.
With your own assistance. If you'd have looked it up, you'd have seen there was no such train in the morning, and I never said there was.
But you meant me to be deceived.
Well, I won't say I didn't. But it was all for the sake of the side.
I expect so. Just that I had a bad time.
My dear fellow, think of what I've been through. The agony.
Yeah, well, I suppose it was.
Crouching in that box like a trussed chicken, slung on the top of a growler, jolted up and down, dropped on the floor, stood on your head, kicked in the ribs.
I'm sorry I complained. All right, you've had a much worse time than me.
And apart from that, the physical exertion required. It took me 2 hours to break out of that strong room, and another hour trying to make breaking out look like breaking in.
Yeah, what's going on down here? Hey, what's happening with...
That wasn't like you, Raffles.
I know it wasn't, Bunny. But things like that, as the poet will tell you, are really inseparable from victories like mine. All I could do then was nip back to the chest and crawl into it and shut the lid on myself like a musical magician. And wait for 12 hours or so for you to come. Of course, there was no way of knowing if you would come.
Well, you should have known you could rely on me.
Well, nothing feels like a certainty when you're shut up in the dark in an underground dungeon.
I was late because I didn't buy a paper at first.
It felt like the relief of luck now when I finally heard your voice, with that dreadful clerk.
Well, here's your blue chest. You can have it and welcome to it.
Yes, I'll have it. Could you get it carried upstairs for me?
Certainly, sir. Henry?
Yes, Mr. Peabody.
Get this chest carried upstairs, would you?
Sorry, sir. Orders from the manager. More than my job is worth, sir. I am under no circumstances to leave this here strong room unattended.
I wanted to scream at him. Don't you realize I'm in here? And I'm very tired of being in here.
It was all right.
Yes. Yes, thank the Lord it was. I've helped you out of more than one tight spot, Bunny, but by heaven you paid it all back by rescuing me from that strong room.
Oh, do you really mean that?
I do. No, it was so grimy down there, I feel as if I'm covered in filth. Do you mind if I use your bathroom?
No, of course not. Please do.
Oh, and while I'm having a bath, could you do something for me?
Anything.
Could you nip back to the Albany and get my dress clothes? I really can't go out to dinner in these.
Oh, Inspector Mackenzie may still be there.
He can't go on searching my rooms forever.
He asked me specially to let him know immediately the moment you came back to London.
Did he now? Well, as a solid citizen, willing to help the police, you must certainly do so tomorrow. I shall come back to London tomorrow.
But if I go for your clothes...
The porter will know if he's still up there. The porter is my friend, not the police's.
All right. Oh, but if we go out for dinner...
As we certainly shall, what?
The police may see you.
We shall dine at the club. And I'm happy to say that we have not yet allowed any member of the force to become a member of our club. Mackenzie, if he was such a fool as to try, would be blackballed unanimously.
Anything more to drink, Mr. Raffles?
Yes, more port, please.
More vintage port, please.
Yes, sir. Vintage port right away.
I was sitting in this very chair when Philip brought me your letter.
What letter?
What letter?
Ah, the one from Crewe.
Of course.
That one.
Yes, that one. And you brought up Crawshay again.
Did I?
Yes, you jolly well did.
Bunny, the whole point of that letter was to make you anxious about the fate of that chest of silver and make you rush to your bank next morning and draw it out again before I died of waiting.
Yes, well, of course, I see your point.
Good.
But mine is that you laboured it.
In what way?
You needn't have written me a downright lie about that fellow.
Or did I?
No. No. Your letter said the Prince of Professors was in the offing when you left.
So he was. Absolute truth.
What, Crawshay?
No, Bunny. Me. Time was when I was none too pure an amateur, but after this job, I take leave to consider myself a professor of the professors, and I should like to see one more capable of skippering their side. Just looked in to say good night.
Good night.
Made myself a rather jolly little bed on your sofa. I shall sleep like a top.
Have a nightcap. Have one yourself.
Bunny, you're drunk.
Well, what follows from that?
Nothing follows. I'm just telling you you're drunk.
Well, wouldn't you be drunk if you'd been through 2 days of absolute hell, not knowing what you were doing or why you were doing it or what the whole thing was about, just blindly obeying orders? A private soldier in an army where the general was hundreds of miles away and you don't know what he's thinking. And anyway, he's probably making fun of you, or anyway, he doesn't care two hoots what you feel as long as you do as you're told.
I never make fun of you, Bunny.
Well, you do. You make fun of everyone.
Everyone?
Yes.
Like who?
Like Inspector Mackenzie, you know, like Mackenzie.
I assure you, I take Mackenzie very seriously indeed. I no more want to go to jail than you do.
You're making fun of him all the time, and of me too, and you're laughing at us for a pair of fools.
Don't you prefer Mackenzie to be a fool?
That's all we are to you, both of us, fools, blundering about in the dark.
Me, Bunny, listen to me. I make no excuse for the way I treat people. I treat people as I find them. I think Mackenzie an ignoramus and an ass, so I treat him as one, but not you.
Yes. The ventriloquist's dummy.
You are my friend, my right-hand man, my tower of strength, my partner. Do you think I'd have an idiot as a partner?
No, but...
I admit I don't always tell you everything.
No, you don't.
Because I think it better that you should not know.
No, but that's just it, you see, because I'd be much happier knowing.
And by George, Bunny, you shall have the chance to prove it.
When?
Tomorrow, as ever was. And I'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
What do you mean?
I'll make it perfectly plain to you what I'm doing. And I shall treat Mackenzie as an intelligent human being. In fact, I shall give him a sporting chance.
Chance of what?
Chance of proving himself intelligent.
How?
Study my words carefully, Bunny. I said, a sporting chance. Good night.
Good morning, Mr. Raffles. Have a nice trip, sir.
Splendid, thanks. Rain, of course. Well, it always rains in Scotland. How are they getting on there?
Oh, very nearly finished, sir. Just a bit more work to do. Should have it done by tomorrow.
Good. Is the telephone working yet?
Yes, sir. It's working fine. That Scotland Yard gentleman made several calls on it. I hope he's going to pay for them.
You can have them free with my compliments.
Oh, blowed if I do that for him. Poking his nose into everything. Do you know, sir, he asked me what time you've gone to catch a train at Euston that night.
I hope you told him.
Oh, I did, sir. No luggage, sir, for me to bring up.
I left it at Euston. Mr. Manders is going to collect it for me. Let him in when he comes, will you?
Very good, sir.
Don't shut the door. The plate's still tacking.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Is it, all right if I try it?
Go ahead.
Hey, presto. Brilliant.
That's right.
About how many candles is that, would you say?
What, 1,000?
1,000? I must invite only ladies with perfect complexions.
Yes, sir.
Morning.
Morning, sir.
Hello? Hello? Is that the exchange? Ah, good morning. Can I ask you for a number that I don't know? Oh, thank you. Yes, I want Scotland Yard, please. Yes, the police. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Hello? 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 Oh, hello? Hello, Scotland Yard. Yes. I'd like to speak to Inspector Mackenzie, please. Mackenzie. Thank you.
Inspector Mackenzie speaking.
Oh, hello, Inspector. Is that really you?
It is. Who might this be?
It is Mr. Raffles of the Albany speaking.
Oh, hello, Mr. Raffles.
Hello. I've just returned from Scotland and my friend Mr. Manders thought it might be a good idea if I were to telephone you.
Well, I'm very grateful to you for doing so. It would be good if we could meet.
Aye, that it would. It would be fine.
Are you at the Albany, Mr. Raffles?
Yes, I am at the Albany now.
Well, come straight round then.
Oh, you're too kind and considerate to me, Inspector.
You'll be expecting me then?
Yes, I shall be expecting you.
Mr. Raffles, I can understand you perfectly well when you address me in your normal voice.
Oh, the Scots accent. That's just a wee thing I picked up in Galloway. You ken the Rins of Galloway, Inspector? Inspector, I... Poor wee body. I thought I was mocking him.
Sir?
Hello? Come on in, buddy. Oh, mind the paint. It's still wet. Ah, good man. Sling him on the table. Now, prepare your mind for a pleasant surprise. Inspector Mackenzie will be here within a quarter of an hour.
What?
Don't say I don't tell you everything.
But the silver?
Yes?
Well, all that silver in the cases.
Bunny, it's no good my telling you things if you're going to panic like this.
No, don't hide it.
I told you I'm going to give Mackenzie a sporting chance.
But it means 10 years in jail for you.
Does it?
And anyway, 5 years for me.
Ah, that's serious.
No, I don't mean that.
Then kindly define exactly what you do mean.
Well, I mean, all he's got to do is open the cases, and that's the end of it for you and me. The end of country houses and clubs and cricket and whiskey and Sullivans.
Well, if all he has to do is open the cases, we might just as well open them for him. Couple of shirts on top. Completely innocent. Now then, what have we here? Pair of batting pads. Completely innocent.
Raffles, I beg of you to somehow get rid of all this silver
Bunny,
before...
I told you I was going to give Mackenzie a sporting chance, and by heaven, that is exactly what he shall have.
Raffles, please, I entreat you.
Is it him? Sooner than expected. Good morning, Inspector. Do come in.
Thank you, Mr. Raffles, sir. Thank you.
Oh, hello, Bunny. You starting to unpack for me?
No.
Good man. Go ahead. I hate packing and unpacking. You can do it if you want to. You know Inspector Mackenzie, don't you?
Yes, how do you do?
Oh, yes, Mr. Manders and I are all friends.
I think I'll take this into the bedroom, because the things go in the drawers in there.
Just as you like, if it's easy.
Yes, it's easier, I think.
Splendid fellow. And he has a good heart. That's the main thing.
Oh, I have a man has a good heart. Well, Mr. Raffles, sir, I'm heartily ashamed of the suspicions I nurtured against you. I could hardly wait for your return from Galloway to tell you so, and to apologise for the unworthy thoughts I've harboured.
Of course, Inspector. No offence.
Oh, I'm grateful to you for your generous spirit, sir. But since I searched your rooms and found nothing, and since you were in Galloway at the time of the bank robbery, I confess I've got nothing against you. Not even the shadow of a suspicion.
Of course you haven't, Inspector, and I'm very glad to hear you say it.
Well, no troubling any more, sir.
Goodbye, then, Inspector. I hope we'll meet again.
I hope so, too, sir. Did you have a good time in Galloway, sir?
I did indeed.
And I see you took your cricket bag with you.
I take it with me wherever I go in the hope of a game.
Oh, and did you get one?
Alas, no. The only game they seem to have had up was golf.
Oh, a royal and ancient game, sir. And better by far than your cricket.
So they all told me.
Oh, no. If you were hoping for cricket in Scotland, sir, you were a fool. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Inspector. It's all right, Bunny. You can stop unpacking. He's gone.
I was trying to stuff the silver up the chimney.
I have never seen anyone look so like a criminal.
Yes.
Now admit, would you have faced Mackenzie with more confidence if you'd not known about the silver?
Yes, of course.
Would you have been happier?
Yes.
Am I right to choose what I shall tell you and what I shall not?
Yes, you're quite right, Raffles.
Then in future I shall choose.
I nearly had a heart attack, didn't you?
No.
But he came so near.
He came nowhere near. He's an ignoramus, and a Scottish ignoramus. I gave him a sporting chance, but he failed to take it. He does not deserve to catch me.
I'm sure not, but why not?
What month is it?
October.
Every true-born Englishman knows that the cricket season ends in September, and the pads and the bats and the balls are put away until next May. But the Scots have only heard of golf, which is played in all weathers and all the year round, and they foolishly imagine that cricket, which is about hitting a ball, must also be the same. I didn't make fun of him, Bunny. But there's no fool like a clever fool.
And you knew all this beforehand?
No. But it was worth taking a chance on.